Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you very much for joining us, whether you're watching, listening, whether this is your first episode or you've been with us from the beginning, and whether you're here in the United States or across the world, we welcome one and all to our little Voices for Voices podcast. Thank you for being with us today for this episode. If you can do us a big favor, and all these things are free to do, you can give us the big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, and even if you have your phone out, or even if you don't, if you can reach out and share the Voices for Voices podcast and TV show with maybe 25 or 50 or 100 of your contacts. You won't be disappointed, and they won't be disappointed either. And if this is their first episode and your first episode, go ahead and download the rest of the over 500 episodes that we have. And we're grateful to have you with us on any day, but especially today. It is a uh, from a temperature standpoint, it's uh, it's a mild day, and we've had a lot of not mild days, a lot of heat, and it's summertime, so that's that's the time of the year where we do get our warmest days. So it's nice to have a little bit of a break here today on it. I wanted to just cover maybe a couple of topics uh, that have been rolling around in my mind, in my brain, in my head. Not physically, but just in my mind and my thoughts. Uh, the first is, we always talk about success. To always talk about what we've done wrong, what we can do better. What we don't usually talk about is, uh, and which is why I want to reiterate this, is to continue the perseverance. Uh, Elon Musk was asked at a pretty prestigious college, university. They wanted to know, kind of like, what's the secret to success? And they were expecting answers that weren't ultimately what Elon said. And what he ended up saying was, who can continue on in the face of failure and failure after failure after failure. And he showed that now infamous picture of him uh, doing uh, I guess it'd be one of the rockets blew up, and so they had taken all the pieces to an aircraft hangar. They could fit him, and he's there, kind of crouched down like a catcher in American baseball and softball, and he was overlooking what was in front of him. And what was in front of him were thousands of pieces. These pieces weren't fit nicely together like a puzzle. They weren't fit together like they would or should have been, and were when the test began. they were just pieces. I don't know, I guess I think of, I don't know, maybe potato chips or something like that. Like you take a bite, crunch, and then, sometimes there's crumbs. And I take more bites, then there's more crumbs, and more bites, more crumbs. I know it's a very simple analogy. That's basically what he was looking at. He was looking at the crumbled pieces of the SpaceX rocket. He could have been deterred. He could have just said, you know what? This isn't going anywhere. It, look, I mean, look at all these pieces. There's no way we're going to be able to get things to work out that have safe missions with humans aboard and without humans aboard. More testing. And so, what we don't have to like Elon. Um, we don't have to like his companies. We don't have to like his style. We don't have to like his politics. That that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about him looking at thousands of pieces, maybe even millions. I don't even know. All I know is there's this picture, and he's just crouched down, and he's looking around, and he's just thinking. And then they take that knowledge or learning. This is why learning is so important, why I talk about learning so much, because if Elon didn't learn and his team didn't learn, they'd be back in the same place the next time, if there even was a next time. So the team and Elon, they were going through, all the data and the pieces of the wreckage and all of those things, and say, okay, we got to make an adjustment here and there, and so that's what he meant when he was talking recently to these college university students, saying like, "Hey, I could have given up." In fact, that's the easy thing to do, is to give up. They kept going, they kept going, kept going, and each time he kept going, he kept learning, kept learning, kept learning. Even what may look like the most successful mission, the most successful athlete, the most successful artist, whatever you want to compare it to, they're constantly learning. And so that's kind of the first area where, as an organization, we've spent a lot of time learning, like what you see and what you hear as far as the shows go. That's only, a few, maybe 10, 20, 30 maybe percent. The rest of it, you got editing. I'm constantly watching other fields and people who are successful. And so, well, maybe at the moment, what I'm watching doesn't tie into what I'm doing at the current moment. If it's kind of in the ballpark, in the vicinity of what may come around someday, I like to watch. I like to listen. I'm grateful that I'm able to see and that I'm able to hear. I took that for granted for so long. Not so much anymore. Do I slip up? Yes. We're human. I'm human. Nobody's perfect. So we take that idea of doing something and have it not successful and doing it again and have it not successful and again and again and again. And then you have fear. Think of it like this. Fear, Fear. False evidence appears real. Fear. False evidence appears real. It's a hard one. Not again, none of this is easy. None of this is. But if we look at something in the eyes and we think, you know what? This is meant to make me fear this something. And so then I think about false evidence appears real. False evidence appears real. When we think about it like that, it doesn't make things, I'm gonna say, at times less scary, less not knowing, right? The unknown. Again, the easy, the lazy is to do nothing, to take the easy way out. But if you look at something and go, this roadblock, this this particular this particular obstacle was put here for a reason. And now we tie it in with that higher power. For me, it's God and Jesus Christ. For you, whatever that higher power is, when you wrap those things together and say the higher power put this particular thing, roadblock, construction, power outage, hurdle in front of me. They wouldn't do that if you didn't think we could surpass that. So you see how a lot of things are mental in our minds between the ears, and how easy it is to slip and fall and have things that we should be able to overcome. I mean, some things we might not, but a majority of them, if we look at fear with that false evidence appears real, FEAR. And if we look at failure after failure after failure after failure, and we continue to go, we continue to move on, we continue to learn, we don't give up. We don't give up at that point. Because here's the thing to think about. Competitors on any level on for anything, they're watching, they're listening, they're seeing what you're doing, they're seeing what I'm doing, they're listening to what you're doing, listening to what I'm doing. In the moment we give up and we don't continue after a failure, the moment we don't look fear in the eyes and don't look at it as false evidence appears real, guess who's right there to take the gold medal, take the reins after all that groundwork was laid, after that foundation was laid by you and I and so many others. Do you want your competition to just be able to walk in and have a cakewalk? I don't. I don't want our competition, any of the competition to have a cakewalk. They need to put in the work. I promise you this, nobody will outwork me. Nobody. Doesn't mean I'm perfect. I didn't say that. I said nobody will outwork me. From the time we got serious about the organization, we got serious about our podcast and TV show, nobody's outworked us in this field. Again, we don't talk about politics a whole lot for good reason. It divides us more than it brings people together, and we want to bring people together. So we have to want it too. We have to want to get better. We have to try to get better. And for a lot of things, trying is more than half the battle. So what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to learn? Are you going to continue taking the easy way out, the lazy way out. You're gonna just give up, stop when your competition can just, waltz right into the end zone for a touchdown, or kick the football into the net for an easy goal, or are you going to see it through? I know what my answer is. I know what we're doing and going to do, but it's not all about me. It's about you. You're tuning in, you're watching, you're listening. Please let me be some inspiration for you. Going through easy things, hard things, easy topics, hard topics, easy times, hard times. Just do the best you can. If there's failure, keep on going. And remember, false evidence appears real. False evidence appears real. Thank you for joining us. You can give us the big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost. All those things are free to do. And if you could help us out also by letting maybe 25 or 50 contacts in your phone share the Voices for Voices podcast with them wherever they get podcasts and wherever you get podcasts. So until next time, let's celebrate all the voices of the world and let's be a voice not just for ourselves if we're able to, but let's see if we can do that for others. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye bye for now.